I'm almost set up for a workshop this coming weekend, and I've also made a display area for types of projects to do. Like this is silkscreen painting. I have pine needle baskets and rope baskets and rag baskets, crocheted pot holders, crocheted doilies, and walking stick horses, stuffed animals, card making, macrame jewelry. This one is counted cross stitch. It's a little Santa that opens up to give you a kiss inside, a chocolate kiss. Crocheting, sewing, embroidery, more macrame. I've got a lion that I had made I'm going to bring out here. Handmade paper, raffia baskets, and then this is a doll that I decorated for a friend that needed her doll redone. And then this is the wonky stress doll. They came about during COVID. Then we have also cement sculptures. And what else do we have? So I've got the yarns moved around again. Oh, and up at the very top is actual rope for rope baskets. Have the sewing machine set up to make snippet rolls. And basically it's a bunch of scraps tied in a little row, and it's going to go on the edge of the picture. And a sample of the wonky house, but they're going to be small. And I have my card display, a little mini kitchen. So we have a fridge and coffee and toaster oven. And a little sitting area here also. And I have on a watercolor picture I've done, I don't know if we can really see it, of Lexington. And I have another sewing machine over here. And this is the art and craft library for out here. I also do wood carving. What else? Book binding, leather work. So there's all kinds of books here, but the weaving studio has all the weaving things, which, yeah, all those are crochet. Head forms for making hats. We did these recycled palm plates from the restaurant, and we sterilized them and made things with them. Some people made baskets, which that worked out really good. And up here I have a dye pot for doing dyeing t-shirts or whatever you want to dye. And another sewing machine here, but that one does not work. And actually, both of those are iffy. So I've got to figure that out. And then this is for different types of supplies in here. So I have it set up, gel plate and papers for each student, and the wipe for the gel plate, and a little mini trash can. The paints, and then here's a whole assortment of stencils to use. Just odds and ends of weird shapes. Gloves for people who don't want to get paint. And then these are hospital sticks, but they're going to work for good mark making. So there's going to be another gel plate here. And then I have a gel plate here. So we have 3 setups, and then on the other side we'll have the pasta machine for eco printing. I don't have that out here yet. And I've got the containers for their products. Here was samples of the process of gel printing. Let's see what's under here. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So I wrote stages and little steps to do. One's for making the sky with stars. This is your scrap paper that you clean your brayer off with. And this is samples of what you can do with your scrap paper. Drawing a very simple little flower. And those are chalk paints. A little bit more detailed. That's real cute. Those simple flowers. You use that in your scrapbook and your junk journals. That's a stencil. Then I went back on that brayer cleaning and took a stencil and laid it there and put white so that it really just touches up that scrap piece of stencil. That one too, I put a little stamp form on it. And that one also, and I just drew the bamboo on it. Lace is really cool to stencil. And then I took these samples here. I framed this one. And these are a couple stepped projects. As in, you do your pull with a leaf on it, then you turn it back with a hinge and take your leaf off and then restamp your leaf on here, and that's why you can see the writing much clearer here than there. So that's kind of fun. So I got my sign that I need to put outside. I painted. And more yarns and more rope up there because it takes a lot of rope to make a rope basket. I'm turning the sign around because the other side is kind of funny. I think it's funny, but I don't know if people do. So it's got my address on it, and that faces outward. Private drive. Unless you're dropping off wine, cooking my dinner. It's supposed to be funny. I thought it was. I have some of my artwork up here in a dress form. What else do I have? Is it? Oh, and my desk is full of some mats. So when the girls do their print, they have a mat. And extra stretchers at the very back there. Up there on the wall. And then the whole ceiling. I've been saving scars forever and thought it would do the whole ceiling, but it didn't. So I ended up getting those longer ones or big giant square ones. And it's turned out pretty cool. And yep, that's my workshop area. Another seating area here, but right now we're using this sewing table there. Each one has a lamp. And outside, that's my latest project of making a place for the mailman to drop off his boxes. And we'll put some plants, potted plants in there. And then parking area here. And the big 500-year-old tree is right down there. And this is my little spot. This is my sign. I need to add at the bottom, artist retreat. Everything in due time. I have a creek that runs through here, 2 creeks that come to one. There's one of my gardens way out there. I have 2 big gardens and an orchard, and I am just loving it. Here's the creek. Go under a bridge to get to the creek. Get over the creek, and it is. And I've got strawberries and rhubarbs plants in here, but I really need to clean that out. That's another project. And the creek runs right in front of the house, and it has been full of water all the way across from here to here, when it's flooded 3 times now, I think. And I have garden shed way up in there, and that's my tool shed that still needs painting, and my little camper. And then in the driveway is where I do driveway cafe. So I've got 2 fire pits in here and a little pond over there, right in there, surrounded by the doors. Whoops, bright. Yep, the sun's shining too hard. You can't see the little signs there. But it says, welcome to our fire pit where friends and marshmallows get toasted. And this morning I went and collected some jalapeno peppers and squash blooms to stuff. And it goes on up to the corner up there. I have 2 guest spots. One is the Avion camper. I might as well walk up there with this little video. I just had this upcycled greenhouse built, and it was recycling windows, so cut way down on the cost, and I used it. This is my other big garden here. I've got my compost bins and a water trough for rainwater, but I don't have that hooked up yet. And up here is the camper. So there's a soaking tub over here in the corner. Oh, you can't quite see it. I got a bunch of pots sitting there right now. I got a garden up here and the camper. I just had this deck built, so I don't have it painted yet. I've got cushions for the chairs. And there's the cushions. So it's got a queen size bed and a sitting area back here and an art table. I haven't finished the art table yet. And it's got a little shower. No bathroom. We're going to do composting toilet or rent the Jiffy Johns. But it has a little gas stove and running water in the sink. And it's got a great view here. The guy next door planted 200 trees. Right there is the little trough, little patio here. And the orchard out there. There's fig trees behind the camper. Let me lock this door. I do have to get the door lock fixed. I haven't got that done yet. Might as well walk up here. I'm getting ready to terrace the back of the camper so I can mow easier back there and make it wider. And this is where my chickens live. And here's another garden. This is potatoes and sweet potatoes. And then this is a little garden I started for flowers, and not a lot of the flowers came up, but we had a dry start. These are the baby hens. They're gradually getting bigger. I've got 11, 18 chickens now. Okay, let me get out from under here. The sun is super bright. So this is the cedar cabin. Might as well come up here and show you this too. And it's got a little fire pit and a stack of wood over there. It's got some gardens that are getting overgrown too, but that's life. I'm getting ready to put a fan in the ceiling here and recover this. So I have a lot of little things to finish doing. And out there is the little shower house. This does have electric and water. This is where my copper kiln is going to go. It has a little sink, microwave, toaster oven. There's a grill outside. And this is where I have 2 looms. And samples of weaving here. And these are rovings to weave on the loom. I have to thread all of it in all these little wires here. And here's the other loom. And with the sun's real bright, I'm not gonna be able to get there's a picture of a big spinning wheel there. And then I have a regular spinning wheel here. And there's samples of all kinds of weavings and hand spun yarn, silk. I've got all these samples labeled. These are raw silk caps that have been dyed. And plenty of yarn for weaving. Your tools for the loom. These are decorative. These are for the big assembly line kind of shuttles. Some more samples of hand-woven items. This is from a 150-year-old spinning wheel. This goes to the little one here, the spinning wheel, where you put your hand spun yarn onto here as you weave. As you spin it. These are samples of raw wool. And then in here is the little bedroom. So there's more yarn. If you're allergic to dust, you better take your allergy medicine. And then the window has the huge view of the mountains there. It's really pretty. And it's up high. I have another sewing machine in here. And these are wood carvings I've done. And I forgot about stained glass. I've got a bunch of stained glass that we can do pictorial things like that. I had a blank spot up on the wall, so I made some dragonflies and put that up there. And this is out the back door. The neighbor has a few sheep next door. So this is what the weaving studio looks like. And copper spot. Got my shoes right there, man. There, my mud shoes. Yeah, this couch I'm getting ready to cover. It's got some giant pillows that fit in the seat and back pillows. But I'm going to cover it first and then add my decorative cover that will come inside during the winter months. Let's see if I go back here. I just got this put up, but I don't have the electric run yet. I'm getting ready to do that. And there's gardens back here, and I've got it covered because the deer come right up here. But those are the 2 rain barrels. So, well, one's a rain barrel and one is drinking water. So it's a food grade barrel. And I've got a filter inside too. People can bring their own bottled water if they want that. So the rain barrel is definitely full and it is leaning. Oh crap. I better empty that. I'll have to get some blocks under it. That's scary. Oh, there is blocks under it. But it's definitely leaning. So this is the little back door. I'm working on the cedar underpinning there. And I've got a little hammock for this swing out here. And there's a swing down in that little field. But there's room for campers up in here too. There's plenty of room for campers if a group wants to come. So the back north side is aluminum, old roofing, but that's better for weather. And then on this side is the shingles. That's the big window that looks out at the view, but I'm not going to be able to see it with the bright sun. That's it. Got a nice yard here too. Another little swing. That's too bright. There you go. You can see it. It's a cute little spot. Super quiet back up in here. Just 3 miles from town. I got mailboxes for garden tools. Okay, that's the Dreaming Tree Farm. Plus my house has several studios in it too, and a guest room. All right.